Awesome. We've got some new camera angles which we're gonna try out to hopefully improve the viewing content here. But it looks like standard started on advanced, just going for those as many moons as you can take with that initial home base power. I wonder if we're gonna see which player's gonna be faster out the gate here.
Yeah, this is one of the new camera angles here. Are over the shoulder, but a little bit more distant than our usual one. I'm liking it so far.
Yeah, let's go see how Red's doing. Looks like Eggester is trying to take the first planet. But it looks like Super God is getting their moons. Might be a tad behind in pacing, but Red does have a slight fleet advantage here. I think Eggster's almost taken that planet, and it looks like they've went for the point defense first, so a more defensive option. Steve, do you want to explain what point defense does?
Yeah, point defense planets are great because they produce point defense ships which will shoot down missiles, and that's really, really useful. And it's an interesting strategy, and we've kind of seen the players split on it. Some will go for the more aggressive play, go after torpedo ships, and some will go after the PD ships. And I think it really depends on what you're trying to shoot for, but getting those point defense ships early is really nice.
Yeah, and what's Red's strategy here? I noticed that they went for that production planet, and now they are taking their point defense as their second planet they've captured, which is, you know, it's debatable whether you should go for that first easy to take production planet or rush point defense. And it looks like Eggster's strategy is maybe paying off because they've got that torpedo planet, which is very powerful here, and they're going to start being able to produce torpedoes. We'll see if Red is able to contest that. It would be a bad sign for Red if Eggester was able to get both those powerful torpedo planets. And it looks like maybe Super God's going to try to contest this. Both fleets about equal size, but Super God has to be careful and make sure they have point defense too. But it looks like they're instead going to go for that other point defense, or other torpedo planet, or maybe just try to get moons. I'm mistaken about what they were going for here, but it looks like they can quickly take this planet without any losses here.
Yeah, going back to the point defense planet, you can see if you grab that first, it makes it a lot easier to take that torpedo planet, which is good.
Yeah, I think Egg's mounting a big attack here. I see a lot of ships moving around here, but it looks like
just got
they're
some
expanding. Yeah, expanding, taking some of Red's moons here, trying to slow down Red's production. But it looks like making a play for that point defense planet. Red's not going to be able to defend this, but both armies are still equal here. So we'll see. The asteroid should come into play within the next minute. So we'll see if one player gets both asteroids, then that's pretty disastrous, and that could be what Eggster is looking for here to close out this game. But it's been pretty even so far, though I'd say Eggster has been doing a great job at keeping a territory advantage while not forfeiting a lot of ships to do so. And I think that advantage is paying off here, as I see that the Red fleet is at capacity right now, and Red really needs to figure out how they're going to come back here.
Yeah, this is an interesting tournament too, because we're doing a throwback tournament for the special Founders Pack release where we are playing on advanced, but with also God of Production mirror match. So no one has a real advantage over choosing which god. So this will be a pretty straight up match.
Yeah, it looks like Super God's sort of struggling to get all their ships back to the home base. Trying to get ready to defend, and I know they wish they could use that ability right now, but if they do, they won't get any ships because as we can see on the minimap, their fleet is fully capped out. And I think they might not have known that and just effectively wasted that God of Production ability. They need to get some planets back right now, but it looks like Eggster's doing a good job countering that, and Eggster's going to go for the home base while Red leaves it undefended. Nice play from behind here. You always want to be attacking from angles where the enemy shields aren't blocking, but it looks like that blue fleet is just so big and so strong that Red is not going to be able to stop that. And Eggster will be the winner of this round 3 match, and we'll be moving on to the semifinals.
Also, take a look at that nice Founders crown by Eggster. I like it.
Yeah, and that shimmering effect is very cool to see in game.
Yeah.
And
Super God. Oh, go ahead.
Yeah, if you don't know, we just released our first in-app purchase, which is a way to get some cool exclusive items as well as support development and the growth of the game. It's called the Founders Pack. You can check it out in game and see exactly what you'll get, but you get some very cool exclusive rewards. One of my favorite things is you get a tile on the Founders pillar, which is a permanent monument in the game, and you can other players will see your name on the main menu for the rest of time. All right, well, we'll be right back with the second round 3 match. Got, of course, the God of Production mirror match, as that's the only thing available in this tournament. So we should see some pretty raw gameplay here. Look, Speedy Ape rocking that ranked crown and that Founders Pack shimmering title. Awesome to see. Taking those moons. How's Killabonk doing here? It's like, I mean, similar strategies. We don't see much variation in just the moon take in the beginning. That's something that players know is the best strategy. That's pretty solidified, getting as many moons as you can in that initial power range. There's one interesting dynamic around the torpedo planets when the torpedoes have a little larger range and shoot those turrets. So sometimes you end up with 0 with moons that are undefended, and so you can go in and snatch enemy moons for free, even if it's outside of your power range. And it looks like Killabonk going after that point defense planet first seems to be, I mean, honestly, when I play this map, that's my strategy, is rushing that point defense. I like the little defensive advantage, and it helps me take the torpedo planet without suffering as many losses. But it looks like Speedy Ape's actually going for a different strategy, which is going to be... Actually, they just took their point defense sooner than I expected, so they went for that point defense opener too. There is an interesting strategy which we've seen before from players like Panda coming out and taking the torpedo planet as soon as possible. And we haven't seen that just yet. I know that can be a very high risk, high reward strategy.
Yeah, Panda goes into detail about that in one of the YouTube videos we just put up, where we have the interview with them if you want to hear more and why they take it. It's a good interview.
Yeah. You can always learn a lot from the game's best players. So we'll see what Speedy Ape is able to do here. Took that side production planet, so he's able to have power extend a little deeper into enemy territory. He's able to harass these moons here. But it's playing right at the edge of the power limit there, so it's got to be careful. Fleet's still even right now. Speedy Ape with a slight territory advantage, but it's anyone's game at this point. Looks like Killabonk's coming out with this wormhole chain here to try to capture a lot of the moons here. And it looks like, I don't know if they're trying to go for that torpedo planet, but you have to be really careful around there because those torpedoes can shoot you as you're passing through the area. It's interesting, Steve, why do you think the players haven't tried to take a torpedo planet yet?
Yeah, I don't know. They really could, because they've got the forces, but I think they're kind of feeling each other out. Maybe they haven't played each other enough, so they're a little nervous and don't want to overcommit to anything. Because of what could happen right here, yeah.
Yeah, Killabonk looks like he's getting countered, though. That is the disadvantage. If you try to go for it first, but don't have the advantage, or the enemy is countering you, then you effectively give them that planet for free and lose a lot of ships. So that's a very dangerous thing to do if you can't take it really quickly.
It's especially risky in this mid game. Oh, also I'm here, Nathan. Because they all share territory right now. So basically, any planet in the middle here that's neutral is potentially in contested between both of them.
Can Killabonk defend this base? Looks like not, and Speedy Ape takes the fleet advantage here. It's really hard. This might
be pretty bad.
Yeah, it's really hard to counter if you're coming in late, because by the time you show up, the turrets won't be an ample enough distraction, and they're already going to get pretty decimated.
We did see Killabonk using that reinforcements to kind of bring their fleet back up. A major aspect of God of Production is just kind of always having a way to have your fleet back up to size. Oh, but just as that happened.
Yeah,
unfortunately, Speedy Ape also had their ability, which, at this
nothing
point,
you can do against those numbers there.
No.
If we just look at the mini map, it's such a troop. imbalance that Speedy Ape is able to use that and to take over the red home base. And if you also notice, Killabonk's rocking that Stealth Master title, which is one of the titles you can earn in the new God of Stealth challenge set, which is out now. So make sure to get in game and go unlock those challenges if you want the cool rewards. There's even a unique crown. There's actually 2 crowns, but yeah, it expires in 2 weeks. So make sure to hop in game and give it a try.
Yeah. All right.
And looks like we're ready to go.
Yeah, one nice thing about the God Mirror match is we don't have to wait for people to pick their gods. And get in right away.
Yeah, I'm worried for All here. All is, of course, a very good player and is a previous tournament winner. But they might be a little washed, is all I'm saying, because Speedy Ape's been practicing a lot and is a very very active player here, and it's been a little while since All has been really competitive in tournaments. And looks like Speedy Ape is already taken all their moons here, as just showcasing that speed. And I'm not sure exactly what strategy they're going to be using, but it should be interesting. And it looks like, see, I was talking about you can swoop those 0 undefended moons next to those torpedo bases on the enemy side of the map, even if you don't have power, because they're undefended. So you're able to come in even with powerless troops and take them. And it looks like Speedy Ape's doing a great job taking that point defense planet, a pretty standard opener there, but was able to do so without taking any losses here. All looks to be a little indecisive about what they want to do, but are going after this point defense planet now. Speedy Ape, I think, was working on that production planet and just took their second planet here.
All's looking a little rusty. I like... they're a great player, but yeah, I think sometimes you move away from a game and get back in, you can be a little slower than you're used to even. So this is going to be a fun one.
Yeah, and Speedy Ape is also one of our top ranked players in the game, so definitely a player that's around and has been practicing a lot. But Speedy Ape maybe not knowing what to do here either. Just sort of contemplating what they want to do here. And All was able to take those 3 initial planets, which we see most common, the point defense and those 2 production planets. Is Speedy Ape going after the sun here?
So risky play so early.
Yeah, this is something we don't often see here. We'll see if All catches on and is able to counter this, or
The sun.
interesting.
oh,
This is gonna be a good one. Who's gonna pull ahead here? Oh, All's gonna retreat.
and oh no, I don't know how Speedy Ape has actually pulled this off, because I'm looking at the troop advantage too, and it's almost 2-1, and I actually don't know how it was possible for Speedy Ape to take the sun without suffering any losses there, which is absolutely
I think
crazy.
it's really those point defense ships. I mean, a big threat from the sun is just those missile turrets just bombarding you from all angles. But if you have like sufficient point defense from early on in the game, you can really just like cover your back,
And I
which is
didn't see. Yeah,
quite valuable there.
did Speedy take that point defense that early? I don't remember if that was the first planet or not.
Yeah, pretty much first planet. I mean, normally the point defense planet is a kind of a risky play because it only has 1 moon, so you can't get as many ships there for as quickly. But by taking it really early game, you can kind of divert most of your production towards the point defense planet and then have a much higher proportion of point defense ships.
Yeah.
As you can see here, though.
Yeah, Speedy
it's
took
just a
advantage of that
massacre.
sun buff and just wiped all of All's planets.
Oh, yeah.
Wow.
I don't know if Speedy Ape's just trolling right now. Definitely if Speedy Ape went for that home base, which looks like they're gonna do here, and yeah, no, that was a very risky and bold strategy from Speedy Ape, just rushing that sun.
Yeah.
But it looks like it paid off.
Oh, All not giving up yet. I like it.
Yeah, a little hard to come back here, but it looks like All's doing their best, which we love to see.
Blue team has been eliminated.
Yeah.
That was a interesting play by Speedy. We have never seen that fast, and most players kind of avoid the sun because they're scared of losing those forces, but this was an aggressive move, and wow, did it pay off.
That was a very interesting strategy, and I wonder how it would, if it's a viable strategy or if it was, because we just don't see it often, but it could be a new strategy here.
Yeah.
All right, and we'll be right back with the second semifinals match. I'm liking the speed coming from Eggester. Even though they're not named Speedy Ape, they've still got that speed here. And look at that clean moon conquest there. Just being very efficient in the order of moons they're taking here to not waste any time.
Yeah, I think the great thing about seeing players on advanced again is that people have really planned out their routes on this map very well. There's a lot of moons accessible just from the get-go, and as God of Production, you know, having this many moons will make a huge difference, since you could basically just like get your entire fleet ready to go at ship cap before you even take your first planet, as we are kind of seeing here.
Yeah, and both players are moving really well.
Yeah, and it looks like BlackLemur contemplated taking that production planet first, but maybe seeing Egg or maybe contemplating it internally there, decided to go for point defense first. Looks like Eggster lost a bit more troops than BlackLemur, though of course it's still very, very close here. The most important thing in this game right now is the size of your fleet. And composition matters too, of course, but at the end of the day, raw numbers will win the game. Looks like standard opening of taking point defense, then going back to taking that production planet. What were you going to say, Steve?
I'm surprised nobody's rocking the founder title out here yet. We've seen some founders crowns, but no founder title yet, which is interesting.
Well, admittedly, we've got quite a few sort of unique, fresh new titles as well. As you can see here, Eggs is rocking the Stealth Master title, which Jack mentioned. The Stealth Challenge set is out now, and that'll only be out for 2 weeks. So having that kind of really shows just how committed Egg is to completing those challenges. And I've also seen a couple unusual titles, which may be tied to the Secret set, which also came out recently. So, you know, there's a lot of cool titles to have right now, and you know, the Founders title, while being very excellent, is also visible in other ways, even if you have some other title.
BlackLemur was actually making a
here.
really strong play here by taking that far torpedo planet and then countering Egg as Egg tried to take this one, but troop counts are still even. So it looks like Eggster's going to try to take it here, but it looks like BlackLemur's countering with a lot of strong point defense too.
Oof. Oh, it's a great battle. Oh, not over.
Oh, I saw a big missile hit there. Egg, I don't know what Egg's gonna do here. I mean, it's only a 5, so maybe you can just swipe in and take it real quick.
I think you take it. Oh, because BlackLemur's moving on.
Yeah, but now BlackLemur's cutting off Egg's point defense production.
No.
Oh, and gets the counter on it too.
Oh, no.
The last one.
Wow, what a great play by
Oh
BlackLemur.
my.
That could be rough.
That was an explosive play out of BlackLemur, and this is looking rough for Egg here. Egg doesn't have that few troops here, but just the territory and the troop advantage is in the favor of BlackLemur here. And it looks like BlackLemur's just going straight for the home base. Oh shoot. Well, maybe retracting here. I don't know if they suffered a lot of losses.
I think they can take it. I think they can take it.
Maybe they just thought it was
Egg's
too
ability
risky.
is almost ready though, so maybe it'd be not the best time.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, maybe BlackLemur knows it's the safer play just to try to control those key planets here and wait until they have the true advantage.
And in particular, especially cutting off the production, you know, while Egg is on the back foot here, taking those moons back will be really important to try and get your fleet back in line.
Yeah.
Little threat. Little threat, and
Eggster
there it
needed
goes.
to use that ability as soon as they got it, honestly. There should be no waiting on God of Production ability. And it looks like, I don't know how Eggster is going to be able to stop these 50 troops here.
Yeah, well, here they come
Most
now.
20 here in their hand. And it looks like the red fleet is just too strong here.
That was such a
Yeah,
even
some really
battle.
solid micro play, but yeah,
Yeah.
it's not enough when the numbers are that big.
Yeah. That was a great showing from BlackLemur there, defeating Eggster in the semifinals.
What a great, yeah, that was really even battle, and it just happened to be BlackLemur was really smart with those counterattacks and attacks and managed to cut off production, and that just swung the battle. Yeah, I'm excited to see all back in here though. This because they're a great player, so it'll be nice to see them competing again and being at the top of their game. So this is great to see.
Yeah, and it looks like a decently fast opening here. Doing a good job not losing any troops here as they take these moons, even with those volleys of torpedoes coming down on them.
Yeah.
And Eggster going their pre-planned loop. I know that's something Panda was talking about, which I think made it into the interview of just saying, make sure you do a loop around those moons, and that way you can capture them as quickly as possible. And it looks like Eggster is doing a good job micromanaging not to lose any troops here while taking this point defense planet. All has already taken their first production planet and is going in on that point defense.
Ooh, this is gonna be a smooth take too.
Yeah, that was a good job from all there. And now that point defense planet is taken, we see that all can now, just by looking at the minimap, go for that side production planet and a few more moons. So they're gonna do that now to expand their territory. And this side production planet is key to. It's easy to take, and it provides a lot of power deep into enemy territory. So this is, I'd say, the first planet where you can really start pushing into enemy territory. And it looks like Eggster's going to do the same, taking that planet. I might be a little behind on territory, but both players still equal in fleets here. Looks like Eggster might have lost some ships there due to going outside their power range. Something you want to be careful of. And it looks like all was going for this torpedo planet, but might have placed the wormhole too close, as I think they got hit by those torpedoes. And Eggster is really trying to counter this. We'll see if all can take it before Eggster comes back, because Eggster has that troop advantage, and it looks like...
Oh. It's
The last
exactly like
second.
in the last match what happened to Eggster versus
Yeah.
BlackLemur.
Yeah, Eggster learned from what a good strategy is there, and definitely capitalized. And now it's going to be, you really need to make sure those torpedo planet takeovers happen fast, and well, you just don't want to be countered, because it puts you in a really bad position.
I don't know if I'd risk this one. Seems
Yeah.
kind of a disadvantage for all here.
Yeah, you really, I mean, it's valid that you can attack maybe before they have torpedoes, but it's definitely risky, because you can further lose the advantage if you lose a fight here. And I'd say if you lose your fleet trying to retake the torpedo planet, you've basically lost. Yeah, because you're gonna be so far behind.
At the same time, though, that was perhaps maybe like a short stalling tactic, since it did have to force Eggster to stay and guard their planet there.
Yeah.
And as long as all doesn't suffer too many losses, which maybe is not the case. Well, nonetheless, in this game, it's really important to kind of maybe control where your enemy has to be, since the fact when they're actually in the battle, they have a much better chance at winning a fight than if they're off somewhere else. So if you can control where they're going to be, you can potentially get a production bonus on them. That being said,
Well, all's
not
got
having the
its
numbers
ability.
to fight
There-
back.
There we
Ooh.
go.
Yeah, but mirror match, Eggster's also got its ability.
Oh, yeah.
So
That is the production. Oh, all got a planet off to the side there.
Nice. There we go. Let's see. Eggster delays might be enough for all to come back. We'll have to see. Oh, I don't know about that one either. Huh.
yeah, it's hard to know what to do in these spots, because it is very hard to come back from a troop disadvantage here. And we'll see. I mean, what I'd be doing is trying to take those asteroids. I see them in the background floating there. It might be futile. Maybe you hope Egg doesn't notice it, or you suffer and try to maybe
Oh,
kill some of their troops without losing as many of yours when they're not looking. That is another viable strategy, just chipping away at random ships they might have floating around. But it looks like sort of a insurmountable advantage here from Eggester with this high amount of troops here, and it's about to get both these asteroids. So it's only a matter of time here, and I think all knows it.
Uh-oh. There we go.
And it looks like Eggster's maybe waiting for that asteroid, maybe waiting for power. I think they got it, and they'll be moving in for that home base.
yeah, this might be GG's.
Yeah, all is not even all is just, you know, peacefully watching the home base take over here.
Has lost control of their home base.
And it looks like, okay, I was gonna say it looks like Eggs firing all their ships into the air, but I was gonna say that's a little premature. But yeah, Eggs rocking that awesome silver founder's crown, which is fun to see. And I definitely, a lot of players are expressing that they think the silver one looks really cool, which is great to hear.
Blue team has been
Yeah.
eliminated.
All right, well, congratulations. Eggster has just won 3rd place in this tournament. And we will be right back with the finals match, the match we've all been waiting for. All right, welcome to the finals match of the 12th God of Gravity tournament, where we've got Speedy Ape facing off against BlackLemur.
Oh, look, BlackLemur has the gold founder's crown. That's nice.
You'll have to see it.
Oh, all right. I guess we're jumping in.
Yeah, let's refresh that overlay. Express should leave, and yeah, there we go. Speedy Ape with that classic speed. It looks like they don't really have a shield with them, but maybe they can pull it off and take no losses here. We'll see. You can always attack the turrets from behind, but it looks like they've already lost something.
Yep.
There. Maybe we're gonna return for a shield. Recently we have made it so that shields are more easy to get early game. So hopefully you should always have a shield when you're going around taking those moons. And yeah, personally I love this Founder's Gold Crown. I think it looks so cool. Sort of has similar elements to the I don't know if it's called the Volatility Crown, but the one I think it's called Explosive Crown, which is one of my personal favorites. So I like that these have similar elements here, as well as that cool Founders thing on the top. And of course it is animated because BlackLemur has the Founders pack. Alrighty, it looks like Speedy Ape taking. We haven't seen, besides the crazy Speedy Ape Sun takeover off rip, we haven't seen too much differentiation in strategy, besides going for that point defense planet first, and then getting that production planet close to your home base second. BlackLemur over there taking that side production planet.
It looks like a Speedy Ape over on the other side is doing the same.
Yep.
Yeah. It's a real mirror match.
Got a nice
But this
mirror,
is
yep.
what it's like.
Yeah, and we'll see the critical area here comes with these torpedo planets. You really don't want to get countered. I think you want to build up a little bit of a troop advantage before you make a play for either of these torpedo planets. It might look appealing because it's that sort of easy to take neutral planet, but as soon as a good player will know that you're about to take it and come to counter you. So in the mid game here, it's all about fighting for that troop advantage.
I like that these players are just kind of chasing each other, testing each other out.
Yeah, and as Speedy Ape here, I try to get a little more troops to run around with. I think if the more troops you have, the easier it is to win these sort of skirmishes where you just want to maintain an advantage here. Though of course it does make it harder to carry your ships around the more you have.
And of course, if you can afford to run around with a smaller fleet and still survive, it means that if you do get wiped out, you won't suffer as big a loss. So there's definitely advantages. You can see though neither of them is making a play for the planet because, as we've seen in previous matches, it can be a really risky thing to start to take a planet and then end up at a disadvantage if the other person comes in right behind.
Yeah.
And we're seeing some real chasing happening around these moons. So I think they're both gonna hit their ship cap, and we'll see what happens next.
Yeah. Well, it just goes to show you how well versed these players are on this map and how much they know each other's strategies. So it's good to see high-level players compete against each other and see the chess match.
Oh, and here comes Speedy Ape with the full army here, using wormholes now instead of grabbing to move more of these ships around. And a common strategy we'll see is it's important to have a consolidated fleet, so players will go around wormholing between all the different planets they own to gather up everything together. And it looks like here's a bit of a game of cat and mouse here, or just both players chasing each other around, trying to gain the advantage here. And it looks like it was off screen, but I saw Speedy Ape was able to sort of cut off Red in the wormhole chain and actually do a good job here. Oh, but this is a fight that will determine the game, I feel like, right here. I don't know where Speedy Ape's troops went. I feel like they have a lot of troops clearly, but I'm not sure where they actually are. Oh, but if
right
Red
there,
can counter this,
and
I'm not sure why Speedy Ape went for that nuke planet there when Red was right on their tail. But I guess
they have
coming
an
back and
asteroid
getting
over
it
there.
now. Yeah,
it's very interesting.
we'll see how these first asteroids play out. I think BlackLemur knows that they need to get both of these if they to secure the game, but has been losing maybe some troops trying to push into Blue's territory here. Looks like Speedy Ape's been consistently losing troops though, at a higher rate than a BlackLemur, and I think it's basically hold on to this asteroid or lose here. If BlackLemur got both those asteroids, but it looks like Speedy Ape has got that, and is just running from the red fleet here.
Which
Definitely
is not
very
a bad choice.
chaotic.
Yeah.
Quite a pursuit.
This is actually pretty smart by Speedy, because if they can keep this up and just poke at BlackLemur a little bit, they have a good chance of coming back.
Yeah, but I'm
Especially
looking
because
at the
BlackLemur
troops
has
here.
to take their entire fleet around with them as they're moving around. It means any planet they leave behind is undefended. But the same goes for Speedy. It's just a conquest and then just immediate abandonment of those troops that get left behind.
Yeah.
So we end up with a lot of really low count planets, which we're seeing get traded quite a fair bit.
If Speedy could manage to reduce BlackLemur's power in any way, though, that would be devastating.
Yeah, I mean, territory's even here, but I'm looking at the ship count numbers, and it's leaning a lot in Red's favor here.
Yeah.
And now I don't know if Speedy has enough troops to be able to effectively harass and keep BlackLemur occupied. BlackLemur might just be able to go for the home base here. But I think BlackLemur's really trying to cut off Red's power here and just keep them at bay. BlackLemur's just took that red planet, and we can see the power got cut off a little bit, so Red no longer has access to the base. But as I say that, BlackLemur is going back and taking that planet again.
Oh, this is fun.
And it looks like
This is probably the best game of cat and mouse we've seen, though.
no, yeah, I don't know what's really stopping BlackLemur from going in for the home base right now, other than maybe just the raw intimidation of Speedy Ape.
Yeah, at this point, it might be just smart to make the final strike here.
Yeah,
I mean,
especially
that being said, though, a home base does have like a fair bit of extra defenses, so maybe
Yeah.
playing
Well,
it
that,
safe
and
would be a.
I guess the power situation too. BlackLemur is
Yeah,
not
they
there.
don't quite have power.
Yeah,
at the home base, so.
if Panda was on Red, there'd be a sun take right now.
For sure, yes. Just to put a final nail in the coffin, this sun take is always a good idea at this stage when you're ahead. But look at this Speedy's making a nice comeback with the troops.
Maybe. I like the optimism. I definitely think Speedy Ape is doing a good job trying to harass and come back here. I think it's really about asteroids here as and trying to keep BlackLemur occupied and maybe some snatches some asteroids off. But it looks like BlackLemur saw that. The ability goes off, maybe?
That was quite an ability snipe, but I don't think it was quite enough.
Oh, trying to hover it. Oh! Wait.
Oh. I think just missed it.
Oh my. And it looks, I thought for a second that Speedy Ape was actually able to complete the mining of that, but it looks like they were not quite able to. I'm not sure where the other asteroid is or if it's being mined, but I'm looking at the troop advantage and it's looking real rough for blue team right here.
I believe BlackLemur grabbed the other one.
Yeah, it would appear that way with the difference in fleet here.
I love the never surrender attitude of Speedy Ape. Good job. Yeah, BlackLemur looks like they have this one pretty much wrapped up whenever they want.
Yeah, I think they're just waiting for power here and taking those planets here. Oh, and the sun. This will give red power everywhere and a powerful buff here.
Yeah, I think the biggest thing stopping BlackLemur earlier was just the power range, although now that seems to no longer be a factor. So having the sun is just a secure way to prevent Speedy Ape from holding that back.
Yeah. And whenever you take the sun, you got to make sure to flee because it explodes after it gives the buff. So BlackLemur's prepared to do that here, and is now on the run, trying to make sure all their ships go through that wormhole there. And it looks like they've managed to escape that solar blast there.
All right, and here's the big one.
Yep. Looks like, I mean, Speedy Ape's really working with like 5 troops here, so it's going to be hard to mount a defense, especially against a buffed fleet this size.
Blue team has lost control of their home.
And that looks like it's going to be it. So congratulations, BlackLemur. I believe this is the first time they've won a tournament, which is great to see. Speedy Ape, you fought very well. It was great to see a very exciting game to watch.
Yeah, for sure. I think my favorite thing about BlackLemur is that you've consistently seen them get better and better and better every single tournament, and just shows you all the hard work and is really paying off.
Has been eliminated.
Yeah, no, it's great to see. And another additional reward that sort of snuck in the founders update for tournament winners is now there's that champions pillar on the main menu of the game. Which, Steve, do you just want to quickly showcase that?
Yeah, let's go take a look at it.
Yeah, where you can see that there are tiles for each champion associated with each individual tournament. So we'll be excited to add BlackLemur's tile to this display shortly.
Yeah.
And then,
if you
of
haven't
course,
seen it, you can see the founders tile over here.
yeah.
Oh, we've grown quite a bit since the last time I looked.
Yeah, this is awesome.
Yeah, and it's great to see everyone supporting the game and getting those cool exclusive rewards, as well as their permanent spot on this display, which won't be going anywhere.
Yeah, we thank you. You can check it out more right here. See what's what. But that was a great tournament, man. Really exciting. A lot of new players coming up. Players getting better, and it's really cool to see. I'm excited to see where this goes over the next few months as we just keep growing.
Yeah, it's gonna be very exciting, and I can't wait to bring in some more fun tournament maps. You know, this is of course a throwback with some very limited things like advanced and only God of production. But of course, we also do other more wacky tournaments and things. So if you're just join the Discord and let us know what you want to see in the tournaments. And yeah, it was a great one to watch.
Yeah, thanks everyone. Have a good one.